Welcome to Global Village Show. Thanks for joining us. Today we have two guests, Mr. Ajak Goot and Mr. Michel Parisot. Welcome to Global Village.
Pleased to be here.
Thank you.
Could you please tell us, Michel, a little bit about your background? I know that you are from Mauritius, and where Mauritius is located on the map.
Well, Mauritius is a small island with a population of 1.3 million, if I'm not mistaken. And it's found in the Indian Ocean, close to Madagascar, the big island. Very warm place, sun, and the main resources down there is pretty much tourism. It's a tourism island with lots of hotels for the vacation and things like that. So pretty much we run through tourists for a living over there.
So it's a tropical island.
A tropical island, very warm place. The temperature would varies all year round, around 30 to 32, and we have like 2 months winter, which is June and July, where the temperature will drop to 28, 27, the more. So pretty much warm area all year round.
So that's off the tip of South Africa then?
Yep.
Okay, close to South Africa.
Not really close. I would say 6 hours flight from Mauritius to South Africa, but 2 hours flight from Madagascar, I would say.
Oh, Madagascar.
Yeah, really close to Madagascar.
Okay, what about Ajak?
I'm from South Sudan. It's the newest country in the world. So actually, I'm proud to be South Sudanese and also Canadian as well. And my country actually is one of the sharing. We share a Nile between, like we have some countries we sharing the Nile, the longest river in the world. So I'm proud to be part of that nation.
So what brought you to Canada, Mr. Michel?
Well, I come from a small island, which is not to be blamed, but when you're from an island, the resources are limited. And it's a fast-growing population where job opportunities get, not easy for you. So I say to myself one day, okay, I want to give another try, a new opportunity. More resources, and I choose Canada as a country. So yes, I apply through a beef company, and here I am, 4 years now, and pretty happy about things. Well, of course, every country has its ups and downs, and it's just how you deal with it, how you put things in a balance and live in a society. So like every people is doing right now, I think.
So home now is Brooks, County of Newell.
Yes, right now I'm staying in Brooks, and I have been there for 4 years.
With your family?
Not with my family because they just arrived 2 months ago. It's been a long years by myself because I was doing my papers for my residency. But I got all the support of the family back home. It was hard because I left everyone there because it was a new challenge. I say I'm gonna go by myself and try it, and hopefully it works. And here I am. So far it's okay for me, and I hope the future gets better.
Well, we hope that, and Canada being a land of opportunity, and
yes, big opportunity here, I would say, and vast country, multicultural, and one thing I was scared before I came was, okay, I'm going to Canada, it's gonna be only one type of things. There's things that I won't get, like spices, and asking yourself 100 questions, with no answer. But when I came here, I was shocked because I got most everything I had back home. Everything. I would drink coconut, just as an example. I didn't expect to get that here. I will eat pretty much the same kind of fish that I had back home. So pretty much I feel like a little bit. except the weather, because I came here, it was winter, it was minus 40. I say, Jesus Christ, where are we? But you get used to it, you get used to it, and as years goes by, you feel better, and you know how to deal with it. And this year is going to be a good experience for my family, because it's going to be their first winter in December, so we'll find out. And I hope they get used to it easily too.
Yeah, but at least then you will sympathize with the people who arrived first couple hundred years ago, especially those cowboys who
for sure.
Who came and settled here the way they done through the winter, because there was winter then. There is winter now.
For
So
sure.
at least now you have,
we're not
you have
going
a
to be
heat.
the first one or the last one to do it, so
Yeah.
not going to sit down and complain about it. Like I say, this country has its up and down like everywhere in the world, so take the best advantage of it.
Well, that's all you can ask, and you live in the middle of one of the best county and Brooks,
Yes.
so I'm glad to hear that. Ajak, so how long you been here then?
In Canada or Newell County?
No, in Canada, and why you choose Canada to be your home?
Actually, I've been in Canada now for 14 years, and I choose Canada as one of the finest country in the world, and as well now I feel like at home actually. Like my brother just mentioned, everything that I eat back home, I eat it here. The weather, except the winter as well. But other than that, I'm happy. I feel at home. I've been here almost for 14 years now. I never feel like I'm a stranger in this country.
So you've been living in Brooks, County of Newell, the last 14 years that you are in Canada then?
Yeah, that's right.
So you must be one of the first arrivals in the area of Brooks and County of Newell.
That's true. When I came to Brooks, we were like 3 families or 4 families, and it was hard to integrate in the country, in the community. But we went through a lot of challenges. But residents of Brooks helped us to adapt the situation.
Well, that's good to hear, because I think you were shocked, and the community that you arrived, they were shocked, because then during a period of time, people get to know each other, and that's how you build a vital community.
That's true.
Like
That's
the one we have today in Brooks, with all different nationalities. But it was a challenge. 14, 15 years ago was a challenge when you first arrived to a
That's true.
small city, County of Newell. And mostly they have not seen a colored person. So that was a challenge, I can imagine.
That's
And
true.
so you have your family here, or the family came after?
My family is here, and actually I got most of my kids in this country. So they're Canadians, and actually I'm very happy to be in this place. My kids are very happy. They're doing their schooling. Like actually, one of the challenges that I was worried about is the culture thing. But I realized that this country is multicultural. Like everybody's welcome, and everybody's so those worries now start to go away.
You mean the multiculturalism?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That's right. So now my kids are very proud to be Canadians, and as well South Sudanese, because we just got a country. So now we're trying to manage to go there and visit our new place.
So what and when, if you go back to the new nation of South Sudan, what will be the things that you can bring from Canada to South Sudan in terms of what you have learned from the society?
Actually, South Sudan is like I just mentioned. I mentioned earlier, is one of the newest country, and also we need every experience that we got abroad. We need to take it back home and help develop that the new baby. We have to help. We get a lot of experience here, and then we can pass those experience to our new nation.
So have you gone back since the independence of South Sudan?
Actually, no, no. I'm still managing that because you know, work life here is very hard. Little bit. We're trying to find a very good vacation time, then and also schooling time with the kids. We have to manage that, and then after that, we're gonna go back and show them where we come from.
So, Michel, the period that you've been here, 4 years, I believe,
Yeah.
especially those 4 years in Brooks. Now you have your wife and your beautiful wife and your kid,
Yes.
and they go to school in Brooks, County of Newell.
Yes.
What you think, in your own experience, coming from a tropical island such as Mauritius, in terms of many nationalities that we have in the area of Brooks?
Well, the background of Mauritius is pretty much the same as Canada. It's multicultural, where you get the Chinese, the Indian, and so I was quite familiar with that environment. So when I came here, it didn't bother me at all, and I'm a really open-minded person. So I would go to the people. I always do that, talking. So try to learn. Try to learn. That's what I encourage people. You see, it's always a good thing. It's always something new and something. And I wanted a new start. So how am I gonna get a new start if I don't learn the people around me? So that's how I integrate, and that's how I'm so used to that multicultural situation. So it didn't bother me at all, and I'm pretty happy of it because it's always a change.
But how can we encourage then those newcomers to integrate to the society they are in your own opinion?
First of all, they should not be scared. They should not keep that barrier. Well, that barrier is dropping throughout the years, but it's still here. So, like, if we work together, we don't say we're gonna change things, but make it better. Make it better for anyone or any individual. You know, saying a hi doesn't hurt. How are you? You know, simple things. Don't get it to a complicated level, but simple things, everyday things, make the society better.
No, that's good to hear, and that's the way that you can integrate to the society, but at the same time keep your own culture.
Of course, you never forget where you come from. You never forget where you come from, and it's always in the heart. But the way it is in the heart, you have to spread it with others. Tell others how you were back home. You see what I mean? It's always a learning things and always a sharing thing. So you will never forget. As much as you're sharing from where you come from, because always people are going to ask you where you come from. They feel interested. So as long as sharing from where you come from and how you live over there and how's your culture, it's mean that you're still paying attention to your own culture, and but still living in Canada, still living, and of course learning the new system, the Canadian system, which you feel interested. So it's a link. It's a link, I guess.
It's very important to know the system because
Of course.
keeping your culture is different than the system that you are coming into.
Yes, it's a sense of respect towards the Canadian society, a sense of respect to your own society, and try to make things works out and try to make things happen, because you're here to achieve some goals. You're here to bring some values to that society. So you should learn, and you see, be open to things, and kind of helping yourself to educate yourself about how to be here and how to, live in a better way.
So what you're saying is don't leave your culture behind, but don't bring all your culture here, because some of the cultures that we have back home, such as, for example, not sharing the house with your wife.
Yes, well, we'll say that everyone needs to put things in a balance, think what is good for them, but at the same time, everybody thinks different. But I encourage people to put in the balance. Never go on a negative aspect or a positive aspect, but still put in a balance and see what's come out from that. And always good thing comes out from that. You see what I mean? So criticism, judging or things like that, we keep that away. It's very far behind from. We are in 2012. We should look forward, not backward. I think like that.
Well, that's good to hear, and I think people have the right to think whatever they want to, but
Of
as long
course.
as you have a positive attitude to the society
Exactly.
and be productive with the society, I think that will make the society more vital and more.
Efficient and yeah, and more productive. You see, there's a level of requirement in any society, so at least you have to have the basic. I think every individual has to have the basic,
Mhm.
respect the rules, the regulation, and we go from there. And which whatever you can bring more to that society, you're most welcome to do it.
So do you take part of the running the house, such as cooking food and sharing the cooking food?
Yes, of course, of course. I participate day-to-day activity, cooking the food, dropping my kids like anyone would do. You see, so that's the life I wanted. Of course, it's not the 100% life that I was expecting, but you deal with what you have. Like I
Mhm.
say, you deal with what you have and make it better every day. And as long as you're good in the mind, so that's it, I think.
Yeah, and that is the way you reach your wishful dream, is just hardworking and honesty and dedication to have a good character for
What
people.
I like here is, compared to my island, is there's always someone to listen to you, someone to take into consideration what you're saying and just not put it in a bin. Out of 10, you're going to get at least 3 person who's going to listen to you and put forward what you're asking or what you're trying and help you in any ways to get where you want to go. That's what I like here.
No, that is true indeed, and that's why the society is open society and democracy. Ajak, so what you think, being in Brooks County of Newell for that long, when it comes to different nationalities living with the society, how you see in your own opinion?
Actually, I'm very grateful to be in Brooks. And also, I can use this opportunity to greet the people of Brooks and thank them for supporting my family and supporting me to be a part of them. And during my 14 years in Brooks, we knocked some doors to introduce ourselves as the newcomers, and we get we just we get help from them, and also appreciate leadership of Lakeside that a part of Brooks, and actually help build Brooks as well. So yeah, I will keep thank them, and I invite everybody that in Alberta, especially, to come Brooks and see how people are integrating to each other and supporting each other. And yeah, that's one.
Yeah, the fact that you are true indeed. Excel Lakeside is the major employer in the neighborhood, but they happen to be in the county. They are part of the county territory. Most of the people sometimes
In oil fields.
mixed up with the city of Brooks. City of Brooks have limit within the city, but Excel Lakeside as a company, they are part of the County of Newell. But most of the people live in Brooks, of course. The new Canadians, newcomers, they live in Brooks City, because Brooks being the largest city within the county.
Yeah, okay.
And I think if I'm wrong, then I think we have our Reeve Molle Douglas probably will correct me the next segment.
Yeah.
But I think Excel Lakeside is within the territory of the County of Newell. We work in the County of Newell and we live in the city of Brooks. But nevertheless, I think Brooks has very different nationalities living together, and because of the employer that have given the opportunity. But what do you think, in your own opinion, Michel, that we can encourage the youth to be a good role model? For example, the youth always is the important fact of the generation to come or the future. And being yourself youth back home, it's not much difference the youth here today in Canada or here.
Yes, I would go to the store. I would get, like I said, I would get most of the product that I'm used to get back home. So, like I say, being multicultural is not an handicap. It's just a plus for the society. Keep promoting it. You see, keep encouraging people from different society to go forward, to show the interest and, you know, show what they had back home. And I think this would be a major plus for Brooks. It's because it's a growing city, so we should go towards that encouragement.
So coming, I think, to our final stage of the program is what would you like to see as a diversity society in the area of Brooks, County of Newell, as someone that had experience coming from Mauritius multicultural city?
Yes, so right now I'm still in the learning stage because only 4 years I'm here. But what I found during the 4 years is a lack of activities. There's a really lack. We have all the ingredient to make something good, but we are not using it. We just stick to what we used to 10 years, 20 years ago. And to my opinion, I think people need to give a little bit of fresh air, and, you know, because new people is coming down here, and we're still going to that old-fashioned show that has been played on, so on, so on, so on. So, and people get used to it's what I feel sorry sometimes. Okay, when there's something important like Canada Day or something like that, most of the people will go out of town. Why? Why can't we do something great there? Why should? Because of lack of activity, that I guess most of the people, you know, go somewhere else. We can do the same thing as Calgary would do. If we get together, or, you know, plan something, or, you know, invite the multicultural person, you know.
Well, with your help, I think Global Village intend to come up with a program called Caravan, similar to the one we have in Ontario.
That would be an interesting
and
thing.
And then have all the cultures plus the cowboy to be part of that caravan.
Yes.
I think that might be something that you're talking about.
Yes, some food discussed, some, I don't know, like everything, like tradition, dance, everything that we can put forward. It will be really like.
So we need to be out of the box ideas.
I guess we have been so long. 4 years I'm here, I have not that great experience, but the 4 years I'm in my mind and see, okay, we are in a small box and it's not the way we should be living.
No. Well, we will. That's a good comment, I think, and I think our viewers will listen, as well as our leaders in Brooks City, as well as the County of Newell. And I think that will be something that they can take note coming from someone who has the experience. And I hope we'll find one day that we'll have a caravan where all cultures, including the cowboy culture, will be played in a dancing fashion in the city and County of Newell.
Like last time I was in Rosemary, they had a really like exposition of old trucks and tractors and everything. That was something interesting. It was part of the Rosemary village.
There you go.
You see, and why we Brooks, we cannot do things like that? There's lots of things.
That's a good question. We'll ask the city council and the mayor. But that's a good point.
Especially for the kids. The kids are here now. Most of the people, the family are here, and what's left for them?
We need good ideas coming from a good person like you. So probably definitely that will take a note, and I think the council, the city probably will be very much like to listen ideas such as yours.
Well, we're not going to put it in an obligation, but a suggestion. Keep it a suggestion, and hopefully we come to something, and, you know, people start to be like, you know, have a different view of Brooks.
I am sure they will take note that kind of suggestion, and they will do everything possible to promote the area. What's your final thought for that same?
Yeah, like he just say, my friend, Brooks, we need to be we need to emphasize in our culture as well, to put our input in Brook system. Actually, I would like to get this opportunity to thank your program. The Global Village is a very good program, and reaching everybody in his own house or farm. So actually one of the breakthrough. And as a South Sudanese also, maybe in a few weeks to come or months to come, we'll have our own community, because before it used to be like Sudanese, but in future we'll have our South Sudanese as we see earlier in the map. We have our own map now, so we'll have our own community like South Sudanese culture, South Sudanese and Canadian Culture Association in future, and we working as elders, working together as newcomers in Canada to participate in Canada multiculturalism, and also as a parents. And I'm just talking to parents that have kids as well. Let us work together to bring a healthy society to this country, this great nation. We thank them, and we thank people that behind the scene that make our way possible to Canada, government, people, all great, and I thank them on behalf of South Sudanese. And
I guess this is going to be among the many ways for us to feel that this country is really happy to have us here, and we are contributing, and they need us here. You see, so if we step back and stay on our own shadow, how things gonna work? Always asking myself, am I happy here? Are they happy? We are a community. So this should, I guess, should stop and, you know, make people, newcomers, feel like, okay, you are here, we are really happy, we are really proud you're here, and make the best of it.
Now, I thank you very much for both of you, and I have known you for a very long time, Michel and Ajak.
You're welcome.
And both of you are very hardworking people and dedicated to change the positive side to our community, and we appreciate that. Just a final note is the first black cowboy coming to our county of Newell was, I think, came from the south of the U.S. and settled in
California,
in the county of Newell. Late, I believe, John Ware. So just that's a note that the newcomers were coming at that time too, and he was the first black cowboy, I might say, because the area you have all cowboys, as you can see. But anyway, thank you very much for coming, and I hope we will have you sometime in the future, and we hope both of you very successful in your own dreams. You are land of opportunity, Canada, and you are as much as Canadian as anyone else. So take the opportunity and take back home what you have learned, this beautiful society, beautiful country, and we hope to see you soon.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, Mr. Ahmed.
Thank you.
Keep going.
Thank you. This is the this was the end of our Global Village show today, and until then, we hope you will join us next week. Until then, have a great evening.